All right. Have you ever done this? I mean, flipped your ex off like that? Maybe you use both. I don't know. But hey, me too. Me too, my brother. Whew. So here's the thing. It took me 30 freaking years to figure this out. But here I am. You know, I've got two hands here. Look, 10 fingers. And all along the way, you've got decision points. 10 of them all along the way. Okay, I've got notes. You're gonna see me look down for notes. I don't want to do like last night's little 3-minute short that wasn't short. I don't want to seem crazy like I was then. Yeah, I got called out on that one. You go check it out. It's funny. Anyway, I've got two hands, 10 fingers. There we go. Left hand, destruction. Like me. A decade's worth of destruction. All of it. Like toxic thoughts and just limiting beliefs and emotions that were out of control with rage and all the stuff that comes with it. You know, punching a hole in the wall. I can go on. And then where did that get me? And that got me to a place that was not good for a long, long time. Okay? And the reason I'm here doing this is because I would want to turn this long-term destructive path that I'm taking responsibility for it, that I built. I built that pathway from the thoughts to the path. Okay? That decade, I want to turn into your days. I don't want you to suffer like I did for a decade. Left hand, destruction. See, I had to look at the notes because I was getting ready to riff. We don't want that. We want this to be, well, semi-polished. Not, I mean, yeah, polished. Okay, so right hand. Right hand is the construction zone. You know, the barrels, and they're making the road better. Construction zone. And it's live. It moves. You can be in one side and doing good for a day, a week, and then all of a sudden the left hand comes in and you start to slide back, and it's a back and forth. I don't know what the word is. I have some timers. I mean, if I'm going to do riffs, I'm going to stumble and bumble, but that's me. I'm going to do it. I'm not editing any of this out. You probably already know that. And anyway, some people are not going to like it. Some people are going to love it. That's on you guys, not me. I'm just being me. I'm being true to myself. So left hand, destruction. Right hand, construction. You choose. You get to choose all the way through. Remember that I listed mine. I made the decision to have those thoughts like that were toxic. I made the decision to have limiting beliefs. I made the decision to have the rage and all the crap that came with it. I chose the path. I did the things that was stupid. Losing my job and all the other stuff that I did, homeless in Houston, all those physical things that happened. And then I arrived at a place, the results, the destination of destruction. How can that be different for you? What kind of thoughts do you have? You starting to see the idea? And I'll give you a little preview. This is a trigger. Yeah, kind of weird, huh? It's a pattern interrupt, guys. It's a pattern. If you're over here sucking on your left thumb, headed for destruction, I want you to suck your... Yeah, people are right here. I'm in the parking lot, people. I don't care. They want to see... There you go, people. I'm sucking my thumb. Yeah, I'm sucking my thumb because it's a pattern interrupt. I'm crazy, okay? I'm crazy. Call me crazy. It's all good. I love being crazy now. I used to hide my craziness inside. Okay, I'm riffing. All right, where are we? Okay, oh, here. Oh, every single finger. Decision point. We already did that. Okay. Let's review because I already gave you the whole thing. The thumb. Thoughts. Thoughts are the thumb. My daughter, this is like, how old is she? She's 38. Oh, don't do math on live. It's not live, it's recorded. Anyway, my fourth daughter, back then. She's now around 37, 38, something like that. Anyway, she was like 3, 4 years old. She's sucking her thumb like crazy. And we've been trying to get her to stop. And so I come home and I kneel down her level. And she's like this. I get down there and I try to do a little. I didn't know anything about pattern interrupts or none of that back then. I just got down at her level and I said to her, what you doing? I'm thinking. So that's what she did. I banked that because that was funny. That was I was like, she's thinking. That's what she's doing when she's sucking her thumb. Okay, I didn't try to tell her to. Her mom was, my ex was always harping on her to do it. Me, I was a little more easygoing. I just wanted to know what she was doing, trying to get her to think about what she was thinking. Ooh, that's the whole thing, guys, right there. That's the pattern interrupt. When you started on the left-hand side and you need a pattern interrupt, you go, stop. Do like my daughter did. That pattern interrupt, this thought I'm having, is it going to head me in the destructive path, or is it going to head me in the constructive path? It all starts with the thought. And if we can somehow envision what the end of this path leads to by just thinking, think of how much destruction you can save yourself. That's how you're able to turn my decades of destruction into days of destruction for you, my friend, my brother. That's it right there. Okay, you want the whole thing. Okay, I've got the list. Okay, thumb, thoughts. That my daughter, I was about to say name. I try not to do names. I don't want them. They're not a face of this, okay? Just my daughter sucking her thumb, pattern interrupt for us as adults to suck our thumb and to think right here. You've got a destructive thought path goes out this way to the left. You got a constructive path right here that starts on this side and goes, all the way out to the. I can do that with my right hand. I can't do that with my left hand. Anyway. I know, it's crazy. I'm crazy. But if you can think the beginning of it and then think through, where is this thought going to lead me? Is it destructive? Is it constructive? Do I have the orange barrels out constructing new pathways for my brain? Oh, that's what we're talking about today. Brain, being able to build new neural pathways. Oh, I know, big words, and I'm a science nerd, so I'm going to be like, I have to hold that back, because a divorced dad that is scrolling through at 2 o'clock in the morning, he don't give a shit about neural pathways and amygdalas and, prefrontal cortex and all the stuff, the science stuff. It's Saturday right now. It's Saturday morning before my live in about 6 hours, me getting messy on this recording because I can't help but be myself and say, look, don't be me. Don't be like Mike of the past. Be like Mike of the now. Be like Mike of the future. Construct your own pathway. I'm constructing mine. With a call that I got 3 weeks ago, Tuesday, I still remember this. God calling. Click, decline. I've got a son that can do that. As soon as a notification comes in, whoop, that thing is gone because he is focused on what he's doing. And the call come in, click, decline. Kept calling. I was like, man, pretty soon, Tuesday, 3 weeks ago, this coming Tuesday, I hit the green button. 3 words. Count them. 3 words came through. You're not alone. That was God's message to me. And now this is my message to you. Brother, listen to me. You are not alone. Oh, Hey, I forgot to do the disclaimer stuff. It's not lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a therapist. Hell, I'm barely even a life coach, guys, okay? I work full time. My shift, my big old pile of shift work. Yeah, the country songs are just coming out of me. Anyway, just love you, brothers. I mean, I'm already 10 minutes in. The script is there. I could have vanillaed it and made it, thoughts and beliefs and this emotions and actions and I didn't really do that, did I? I did, but I made it colorful in my way. But yeah, thumb or thoughts. This is what. Okay, it's going to take me back to a story. And if here, hold on. In my mess, I don't want to show you my mess, but in my mess, I keep this in a box. And I said, and I'll have to scrunch down. Maybe if I lower my seat. Hey, I'm doing this live. Okay, now my hat will fit. Okay, look. This is my grandfather's. It's not my grandfather's. It's a symbol of my grandfather. Okay, this Stetson right here. And I'm going to tear up a little bit. But when I start in on a story, I'm going to put the Stetson on. And so you see Hatless Chronicles for Saturday. That's today. I am going to go hatless, but there's going to be a time I'm going to bring this Stetson out and I'm going to tell a story like I'm going to do right now. Now, what was the story? Oh, yeah. 30 years ago, I was attending a cowboy church, and this cowboy, his hat was off, by the way. And so that signifies the start of the story. And now I can do that. He was standing there. He was like this. He got up to do his sermon. He just stood there. Just like I'm doing now, but it was much longer. I mean, to the point where we started going, is he okay? Why is he doing that? Is there a sermon here? What is going on? And it started to it was quiet. There was no reason. That's the signal for everybody to shut up and sit down. I'm about to preach, right? Because that's the way he normally come in. Boy, he'd come in and just all excited. But he just did this. And then pretty soon, he did a freaking pattern interrupt 30 years ago on his little group of guys that come in there, families that come in there for his church. And he's just standing there. And can you imagine me doing a live? I'm up on stage and I just do this. For how long? And then he starts into the most interesting thing I had ever heard in my life. He broke down the hand. And I'm going to end with this story because this will show you what the hand is about. Prior to me doing this sermon, not doing it, I was receiving this sermon from the cowboy preacher. I don't know how long before, okay, my memory. But before I came into this sermon preached by this cowboy preacher man, having already knelt down and asked my daughter what she was doing while she was, I'm thinking. God led me to these spots. That's the only explanation I can have. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. I'm sitting there and I need to write this down because he starts in thumb, thoughts. And I'm scrounging. I'm like, and I pull out an old receipt and I see a lady taking notes like probably I should have been. I wasn't prepared. And I said, Psst, can I borrow a pen? She looked at me like, yeah. And she gets one and gives me two. So on this old receipt, I'm thoughts, thumb. And then I go to the next one. And he goes right here. It's your attitude finger. Attitude, but I put attitude, but later I added beliefs. And then he gets to this finger. How I started today. Flipping off your ex. Doing this. And he says, you got to be careful going into the next finger, the middle finger, because there's some powerful emotions that come with that finger. There's negative ones, destructive ones. Like when I punched a hole in the wall, that's that side. That's the destructive. But guess what? There's love. There's joy. There's peace. There's all kinds of good builder type emotions all wrapped up right here in this one middle finger, right middle finger. middle emotions, and then came to this. Oh boy. Yeah. You know what? It used to be there on this left hand. It used to be my ring on this hand, ring finger. And I wrote it down, ring. I'm still married at the time. Ring. That makes sense. Action. I knelt down. I proposed to my high school sweetheart. Action. I understand that. That was builder. That was me, the builder back then. Action. I put a ring on that, and I wore my own ring until I didn't, because I'd lost everything. And then he gets to the pinky, that little pinky, the results, the destination. We're talking GPS. We're talking hand GPS, from thoughts to our destination. So if you do this, and if you put that up, oh, I love you. I love that sign. I would just learned that here not too long ago. In the comments. Can you do that? That right there is going from thoughts to destination. One thing, from the thoughts out there to the results, to the destination, to the things. Love you, brothers, man, and sisters. I apologize if I leave the sisters out and the kids. I do not, want to leave you out. I am now broadcasting on this CBS station, Convoy Broadcasting System, to broadcast to the world this one message that I will leave you with. You are not alone. Okay, it's 4 words. You are not alone. I love you, brothers and sisters and kids. Let's do this. Let's make the world better. And now I have a call coming in. Catch you later.